Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the Human Rights Act amendments are causing more problems than they're fixing. If parents have a concern now, it is dealt with by the school or the school board. If parents have a concern in the future, it will likely become an issue for the Human Rights Commission, with all the costs attendant on that, since both the plaintiff and the defendant have to pay their own fees and hire lawyers, etc. So my questions are to the Minister of Culture and Community Spirit. The Minister avoided a direct answer yesterday, so I would try again for an answer today. Can Section 11.1 of the proposed legislation be used to launch a human rights complaint against a teacher, a school, or a school board?
All honourable members should know that the question period is not the time for legal interpretation. So, proceed.
Oh. Well, Mr. Speaker, I'd say that if there is a part in the Human Rights Act that pertains to an area that's covered under that legislation, then they would have an opportunity to present a case before them. But also understand that the school board and the school system has provisions to deal with a lot of those issues. And just because a parent has a grievance with a school board does not mean that they have grounds for a case on the Human Rights Commission.
The honourable member.
Thank you. Back to the same minister. So if a parent believes that there's been subject matter that deals explicitly with religion, sexuality, or sexual orientation, does Section 11.1 empower that parent or guardian to bring a complaint before the Human Rights Commission?
The honourable minister.
Well, it's a legal issue. It's a cause for speculation, but there is provision right now to have that remedied. The school board's responsibility will be to notify that parent, and the parent has that right to opt out. If there is a situation where I failed to see where one would arise, that they would not do that in the course, because very few instances have ever happened with respect to that nature.
The honourable member.
Well, thank you. Back to the same minister. If the minister is so sure about the lack of problems, will the minister commit to covering all of the legal fees that will be incurred by teachers, school boards, and schools that emerge as a result of Section 11.1?
The honourable minister.
No. Mr. Speaker, reasonable people ask reasonable questions. The opposition member opposite obviously isn't one of those. And of course I would not subject my government to any such expense.